Welcome to episode 3. In the previous episode, we explained why project management emerged and why intuition is insufficient in complex projects. In this episode, we move one step earlier in the project life cycle. We address a fundamental question: where do projects actually start? Projects do not start with activities. They do not start with schedules, budgets, or software tools. Projects start with problems or opportunities. One of the most common mistakes in project work is starting with actions. Teams often begin by asking, what should we do? What should we build? What tasks should we assign? These questions are premature. Activities are means, not ends. If activities are defined before the problem is understood, the project risks becoming efficient but irrelevant. A project exists to change a situation. Without understanding the situation that requires change, there is no justification for the project itself. To understand how projects originate, it is essential to distinguish between symptoms and problems. Symptoms are visible effects, delays, errors, user complaints, inefficiency, poor performance. Problems are the underlying causes that generate these effects. Treating symptoms without understanding the problem may produce short-term improvement, but rarely leads to sustainable success. Consider a simple and intuitive example. A software system is perceived as slow. Users complain. Productivity decreases. The intuitive reaction is to optimize code, upgrade hardware, add computing resources. However, the real problem may be poorly defined requirements, unnecessary features, inefficient workflows, excessive data processing. Without identifying the real problem, technical solutions risk being misaligned. The project may succeed technically, yet fail to create value. Not all projects address negative situations. Some projects originate from opportunities, new technologies, emerging needs, favorable market conditions, regulatory changes. However, an opportunity is not the same as an idea. A technology is not an opportunity by itself. It becomes an opportunity only when it can solve a real problem or create measurable value within constraints. Projects based on poorly analyzed opportunities often result in solutions that are innovative but unnecessary. A critical conceptual error occurs when solutions are mistaken for problems. Statements such as, we need to build an application, we should implement a new system, we must develop a platform, describe solutions, not problems. A problem statement describes what is not working, what is missing, or what could be improved without prescribing how. Correct problem definition keeps multiple solution paths open. The quality of a project depends directly on the quality of its initial problem or opportunity definition. Many project failures originate long before execution begins. By the time problems become visible during implementation, the fundamental decisions are already fixed. Project management introduces structured analysis to reduce this risk, including stakeholder analysis, requirement clarification, feasibility assessment. These steps do not delay action. They ensure that action is meaningful. Let us conclude with one essential idea. Projects do not start with activities. They start with problems or opportunities. Poorly defined problems lead to well-executed failures. Well-defined problems create the conditions for successful projects. In the next episode, we will examine how problems are transformed into clear objectives